Hi, so welcome. My name's Andy. I am the graphic designer and marketing manager here at Arkonik in Mells in Somerset. And we are very excited to have been commissioned by airgunsofarizona and their partners to build a Arkonik Defender, which will be offered to one lucky winner. So what do we do? Well, we take 25-year-old Land Rover Defenders sourced from Europe, and we bring them back to our factory, and basically it's a real ground-up restoration. We take them back to bare metal. We restore, improve, enhance every aspect of the build. So yeah, let's walk over and see where the process all begins. These are the chassis here behind me, which have already been taken from the donor vehicles and stripped, and they are there waiting to go off and be galvanised, Raptor coated, added, and repaired and enhanced. But they are the original chassis, so the matching numbers are with the actual VIN numbers and so on. So it's all complete, authentic restoration. Okay, so what we've got here is a chassis that's obviously been stripped from the donor vehicle. It's been shot blasted. Any welding that needs to be done, that'll be done. And equally here you can see the axles. So again, same process. They've gone off, shot blasted. They'll go down to the panel shop down at the bottom, sanded and made good before they then go off site to be Raptor coated to prolong the life and the durability of the chassis and those components. Okay, so we're back in the workshop, and as you can see here, so a chassis has come back. It's been Raptor coated again to prolong its life, make it more durable and so on, and make it better than new, basically. And then from here, you can see it's being applied onto the rolling chassis. So you've got the suspension parts, bulkhead, various other bits and pieces where it's beginning to take shape and become the Arkonik Defender. So out here we can see the next stage of the actual Defender. So we've got the rear tub on the back there. And you can just see again, it's beginning to take shape and again become a finished Defender. Okay, so here we are down in panel shop where we've got various components, parts of the build. What we do with the roofs, we maintain the original roof, which adds to the authenticity. But obviously, every single part of the body, if we are maintaining it from the original donor vehicle, is sanded down, it's treated. There's several processes that it goes through to make sure the fit and the finish is the best that it absolutely can be. And then outside, we can see a vehicle that has been primed. You can see the inside has already been given its first coat of paint, but the exterior will be obviously painted to the client's exact specifications and colouring. So yeah, let's go and see what's in the paint shop. So here we are in paint shop. This vehicle here has had its first coat of paint, and when that is hardened, it will then go off, it'll be flattened, and if there are any imperfections, then obviously that will be treated and addressed. But yeah, looking a very popular black colour. Here we have this lovely blue Defender, which has gone through paint shop, various processes, literally been lusto polished, waiting here to be moved into trim. So yeah, let's go off into trim and see where it goes from here. So yeah, here we are in trim shop, where obviously the vehicles come in and they get fitted out inside. So behind me you can see all this magnificent display of wires, connectors, relay switches, nuts, bolts, everything. All these different finishes for the carpeting, which will obviously, again, be tailored to the client's specification. You see an array of colours up there and finishes, and they'll begin to build it up internally. Okay, so here we are in the engine shop, basically the heart of every Arkonik Defender. Every single engine and gearbox for the original donor vehicle comes into here. As you can see, looking very similar to this. It then begins a thorough process of cleaning, stripping, shot blasting, and basically every component then is prepped better than new, basically better than factory fresh. And that's the gearboxes, the engines, and obviously that's V8s, diesel engines. Every single engine that goes into an Arkonik truck basically starts its life here and is expertly tuned. And we've got engines here that are still around waiting to go into the build, which will go on, and we'll go and see where that happens over in the workshop. Okay, so back in the workshop, you can see behind me, this vehicle is just waiting to have the engine fitted. It's already had the electrics put in. It's had the pedal box and the heater. The engine, that'll be dropped in, and then it will go back into trim to finalise the whole process trim before it goes back into QC. Okay, so here we are in QC, quality control. So everything is checked, double checked many times by various members of Arkonik staff. Lots of shiny looking Defenders. Basically the final stage of the Arkonik process. So from trim, when it's finally finished in trim, vehicles come in here. This one behind me, obviously up on the ramp, it is getting a full detail. It's basically prior to it going out to begin its journey to the customer in territory. And again, when they're in QC, everything is checked very carefully. And also part of that process is the vehicles go out for hundreds of miles of test drives, just to make sure, sort of shake it down, to make sure nothing's loose, everything's acting, driving, feeling as it should, to make sure that that vehicle is ready to be delivered to the customer. And so yeah, here we have it, the finished article. This one, Arkonik 90 hardtop in a very special pearlescent paint. And yeah, this is a signature Arkonik 90 Defender. It's the X2 model. So you've got bespoke interior, part leather Alcantara. You've got an Arkonik billet steering wheel. Little additions, Arkonik badging throughout, front and on the rear. Yeah, the perfect sort of blend between the aggressive stance, but obviously the authentic connection to the original Land Rover Defender, which is important to every single build that we do. So yeah, another Arkonik build, which is destined for the USA. Okay, thank you.